Yo, it's your boy Twisted Gaming back with another build video. This time we are going in with the Magic Sorcerer. Now I have tested various builds with the Magic Sorcerer this patch. I've tried with the Master Staff, I've tried with various other different sets, and this is my favourite setup for open world. Okay, it has infinite sustain, insane single target damage. Okay, this build has everything that you require if you are a small group player or if you are a 1vxer. This has everything you need. This build is actually fucking lit. Okay? The stats might not look that impressive, but it all just works so well. If you get nice and fluent with this build and get used to the rotation and all that sort of good stuff, you are going to love this build. Okay? We've done some various testing with recovery and reduced cost. Okay? And it is working out this patch. Reduced cost is a lot better than going high recovery. Okay, so you'll see that later in the build. But before we start, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, we're trying to push to that 2K mark, and all the support lately has been absolutely nutty. And yeah, honestly, you guys have been mega. So I'm trying to do my best to give you girls and guys what I can back, which is all my builds. Okay, next I do have a Stam DK build coming out. I should release that maybe Sunday, Monday. Also, I have a Mag Sorc 1v1 build as well. If you want to see the Mag Sorc 1v1 build, which is very high damage, please comment below and just, you know, request it, and I'll see what I can do and try and push that build out for you. But yeah, let's crack straight onto it then. Let's go straight into the gear. First off, we are running a Willpower Inferno staff with a flame damage enchantment. Okay, now you can go with a shock damage enchantment here to prop the making the vulnerability to the enemy. Okay, but I've just got a flame damage enchantment because it's what I had on there. It is Nirnhound, and we are using this on the front and back bar for the maximum magic. So we are trying to get a nice stack of maximum magic on this build. This is going to give us as bigger shields, as bigger tankiness, and also big damage as well. So as everyone knows, on Mag Sorc, max magic actually scales better all round than spell damage, because it's our defense, it's everything. Everything a Mag Sorc is built around is maximum magic. Okay, so we have Willpower Restoration Staff on the back bar infused with the weapon damage and spell damage enchantment, which is going to give us 430 extra spell damage when we do a light attack. Now you can run a poison here and then put the spell damage enchantment there, but I just find this works better. The flame damage glyph helps with a little bit of burst damage. The monster set then is going to be a 2-piece Engine Guardian. Now, Engine Guardian here is really, really good this patch. It's just really useful. It gives you one of the 3 procs, either Stamina, Health, or Magicka, and each one of them is helpful. Now, I aren't running a direct heal on this build other than Dark Conversion, so when Engine Guardian procs on a health, it is actually quite useful and can be quite clutch at times. But as you can see there, we're running 1 infused and 1-piece impen. And yeah, we're running max magic glyphs on there to try and push up the max magic as much as we can. On the body then, we are using Bright Throats. Okay, this is the best all-round sustain and max stat set you can get in the game at the moment. I just feel like, why not? It's going to sort out all the sustain and help us again with as max magic, max stamina and max health. We've got a triglyph on the chest there, and it's impen. And I'll just show you the set just in case you guys and girls don't know what it does. It's going to give you max magic and max magicka and magic recovery, and then when you drink, when you have a drink buff active, your max magic is increased by a further 2k and your magic recovery by 150. Okay, so this is going to sort out all your sustain issues, and give you that big chunk of max magic as well. So we are running that all on the body pieces. And then on the jewellery, this might cause people don't necessarily use this as much as they should, but I find it really works on Mag Sorc very well. So we are going with 3-piece Engine Ancient Grace. Okay, the reason we go for this again to push that max magic as much as we can. So it's going to give us 1-piece max magic and then 2-piece max magic and then 3-piece maximum magic. Okay, so it's going to give us that nice max magic pool. Now we're running 1-piece spell damage glyph, and then we're running 2 reduced cost. Okay, I did have 2 recovery here, but I wanted to test something. I changed it to reduced cost, and reduced cost is lots better. Like, it is insanely different and insanely more effective. Now, the reason why on Mag Sorc and preferably like Stam Sorc and stuff that can get resources back in chunks, reduced cost is better because it reduces the time it takes you to deplete your resource pool. Now, we have Dark Conversion, so we can get our resource pool back really fast through Dark Conversion. So the reduced cost actually works better because we don't have to Dark Conversion as much because it takes us a lot longer to get to the end of our magic pool. So it just works a lot more effective than running high max magic recovery. Okay, so that is the gear. Nice and simple, easy to get hold of, and it works so effectively. Let's go into the skills. Back bar then. Hardened Wood, that's going to be our main shield. Dampen Magic, that's going to be our second shield. Dark Conversion is going to be our resource management / heal. Streak is going to be our CC and mobility. Boundless Storm is going to be our resistance buff and a little bit of a movement speed. Ice Comet on the back bar. Okay, now you can run Restore Ulti here. That's the reason why I've got the Restore Ulti, the restoration stuff on the back bar, because I do flip out between Restore Ulti and Comet. But if you don't want to run the Restore Ulti at all, then you can easily just run an Ice Staff on the back bar and just run the exact same build. Just go Willpower Ice Staff on the back bar. But I do swap out for the Restore Ulti every now and again because it can come in clutch. But we're running the Comet on the back bar. And then front bar, we are running Crystal Fragments. You are only going to use this ability when you get the proc. Hunting's Curse, Crushing Shock, Endless Fury. I find Endless Fury is a must this patch. Without the Execute, I just feel like you just get so close to killing people, but they just like, they manage to survive, and most people are vampires now, and they get on death and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, I just find Endless Fury is very useful this patch. Power Surge is going to be our major sorcery, and then Power Overload. Again, you could just put Comet here. You could put any ultimate Dawnbreak or whatever, but Power Overload seems to be very strong this patch. And if you manage to, proc a frag, Curse goes off at the same time with an Endless Fury, Light Attack Overload, boom, they just blow up right in front of you. So it does work really nice, and it's just so powerful. So that is the skills. Let's go to the champion points. Again, I say this every single time. This is personal preference. If you don't like my champion points, use your own champion points. But this is what works for me. If you want to see these, just pause the video and check them out. Always blast through these. And then let's go into the character sheet there. So as you can see on the back bar, we are running 45k max magic with 1.6 magic recovery, 15k max stam, and 23.5k health. And then the resistances on the back bar. Now we're not running defending, so they are going to be a little bit low, but spell resistance is nearly 20k and physical resistance is 15.8k with 3.1 crit resist. Now you can drop that crit resistance down a little bit and then pump some into Light Armor Master, which will then give you more physical resistance. But that's personal preference. Play about that with as you will. But this works perfectly fine for me. I seem to be tanking off, and I don't seem to have any dramas at all. Look on the front bar. We are looking at 46k Magicka. We've got 1.8k magic recovery, 2.2k spell damage. Now don't worry, it hasn't got insane spell damage, but with a light attack, okay, you're looking at 2.6k spell damage, and then a continuous, you're looking at 3k spell damage, okay, and then you hit like a truck on this build. Spell damage is not everything. We've got 30% spell critical, so the damage on this build is really nice single target damage. It's all about combinations and timings on Mag Sorc. You don't necessarily need a lot of spell damage, just a big chunk of max magicka. Now we are a Breton on this build. I do feel like Breton is best in slot. Now if you want to go hugely on big damage, I recommend Dark Elf. Okay, Dunmar. Now you can go High Elf, but I just find Dark Elf is better because it gives you more rounded stats, as well as the big chunk of spell damage. So Dark Elf is actually better for me over High Elf. But each to their own. People will say high health, but for me, in open world PvP, you need all your stats. I'd say dark elf is better, but for me, I personally think Breton is best in slot. That reduced cost and abilities is just so clutch, and it just gives you that infinite sustain to keep putting that pressure on the opponent, to grinding them down. Okay, we are using the actual Wonderstone to give you that magic recovery, and we are using the spring loaded infusion food, which pairs well really nice with the bright throats. And I think that is that it? I think I've covered everything. I always forget something in these build videos. I think that is it. Nice, short and sweet. Now, I just want to do a quick say on, I aren't putting out any content videos at the moment because I am struggling. My bag off, not with not with my performance, but with the game's performance at the moment. I am struggling to get clips because I am fighting and arguing with the game while I'm playing, and it's just hard work, ladies and gents. I've got clips, but when I watch them back, they're that laggy. They make me feel sick. That's how laggy they are. They make me feel ill watching them. I feel like I'm going to have an epileptic fit or some crazy fit because the game performance is nutty. So hopefully when we get a period where it's not that bad, I'll start pushing out. I've got a couple of clips, but I just want to get a few more, and I'll put a little montage together so you guys and girls can see these builds in action. I know I'm pushing out build videos and you're not seeing content, and I do apologise for that, but game performance is just really hard to make this happen. But these builds do work, and they work very efficiently. I would never put up a build that doesn't work. I always test the builds. People that know me in Civil, they ask for my builds, and I won't tell them unless I know it works. Okay, so yeah, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe below. All the support is massively appreciated. And again, please go over to my Twitch and make sure you whack a follow over there, as that will be massively appreciated as well. So yeah, peace out, absolute legends.